हेलो एवरीवन। मैं आपके साथ जुड़ रही हूँ एक नए चैनल के साथ जिसमें मैं आपको जेएनवी एग्ज़ाम में आने वाले क्वेश्चंस की प्रैक्टिस, उसके कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लैरिटी कराऊंगी फॉर क्लास 8 एंड मैथ्स। तो आज हम शुरू करने जा रहे हैं एक चैप्टर जो कि है फर्स्ट चैप्टर ऑफ क्लास 8, रैशनल नंबर्स। इजी चैप्टर है, इसमें हम क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करेंगे किस टाइप के जेएनवी में आते हैं और मैं ट्राई करूँगी आपके सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर हो जाएं। तो सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं रैशनल नंबर तक पहुंचने से पहले हमें बात करनी है व्हाट इज नेचुरल नंबर। हम सबको अब तक पता ही होता है, 8th क्लास तक हम पढ़ के आते हैं नेचुरल नंबर्स आर द वन विच आर लाइक 1 2 3 4 5. These are all positive. Now we come to the second category. See, it is like this. This is the natural number. Then we get the second category. What is that? Whole number. That is the whole number. What is whole number? In the natural numbers, we just add 1 0. See, whole number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to so on. Now see, after getting natural and whole, we have also listened about the negative numbers like -5, -4, -3, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. These comes under what is called integers. These are a circle which is like this, and this is the circle of integers. Now here comes the word rational numbers, which includes natural number, whole number, integers and fractions like 1/2, 3/4, etc. So the biggest circle comprises of the rational number. I hope you get an idea about why we are discussing rational numbers. Just because we have covered natural, whole number, integers, and now it's a term for rational numbers. So now let's discuss about what are rational numbers. There is a simple definition for the rational numbers, that they can be written in the form of P by Q. P by Q, where P and Q are integers. Now listen very carefully here. P and Q are integer. There is an exception. Which is to be noted, from which their maximum questions come, that Q is not equals to 0. Because if you say Q is equals to 0, then our term becomes undefined. So now let us start with the examples. P by Q form, it could be 1, because 1 could be written as 1/1. It could be 5 divided by 2, where 5 and 2 are integers. It could be 7 divided by 8. It could be 2 divided by 3. It could be 2012. It could be 2009. How come these? You might think. See, here in the denominator we have 1, which is also integer. Now, coming to this exception point, see students, if we write 1/0, 1 is an integer, 0 is also integer, but 0 is not allowed in the value of Q, as this term is undefined. This is a question asked many times in the exam. It is called undefined, or sometimes if the option of undefined is not there in the exam, so it might be written it is infinity. Logically speaking, writing infinity is not a good way, but if it is only the option in the exam, then you will click on the infinity. Otherwise, 1/0 or 5/0 or 8/0, any term having Q in the denominator is an undefined term and is not a rational number. Just remember this point. Now I have a question for you. Just guess, the year in which you were born is a rational number or not? Exactly, it is a rational number. It is 2002, 2012, 2021 or whatsoever. They could be written in the form of P by Q, where Q is 1 for this case, like 2002 divided by 1, 2012 divided by 1, 2021 divided by 1. I hope it is very simple and understandable how to find what is a rational number. Just a simple concept, P by Q form, where Q is not equal to 0. One more very important question which comes in exam is pi a rational number? Oh God, this is a question which confuses most of the students because we are knowing that pi is equals to 22 by 7, but this is not correct. If pi is 22 by 7, then it is a rational number, but the value of pi is 3.14 up to so on, which is reduced to this form for our convenience. So if it is asked if pi a rational number, the answer is directly no, because this is 3.14 and it will go on. It will go on till infinity, you say. It is a big number. It is just for inconvenience that we write it as 22 by 7. This is a question asked in the exam. So now we will see how to add, divide, multiply and subtract rational numbers. Let us take two rational numbers. Let a is equals to 7 by 2, comma b is equals to 6 by 4. Say anything you can take. Now if you are asked what is a plus b, it is a simple question. 7 by 2 plus 6 by 4. Taking the LCM we get 4, and 7 multiplied by 2 plus 6, that is equals to 14 plus 6 by 4, that is 20 by 4 is equals to 5. Now can anybody tell me what is 5? Is it a rational number? So yes, it is a rational number because it could be written as 5 divided by 1. I hope you get this point. Now, if you are asked to subtract a minus b, that is equals to 7 by 2 minus 6 by 4 is equals to again 14 minus 6 by 4, that is 8 by 4 is equals to 2. Now, is 2 a rational number? So yes, 2 is a rational number because it could be written as 2 by 1. So you see, addition of two rational numbers and subtraction of two rational numbers is a rational number itself. This is an important point to be kept in mind. Now I'll be showing you about multiplication and division. So let's see about the multiplication. A multiplied by b is equals to 7 by 2 multiplied by 6 by 4 is equals to 42 by 8, which is indeed a rational number. Now let's talk about division. It is a complication and sometimes confusion in children's mind. In this case, where a is 7 by 2 and b is 6 by 4, we do division by a by b is equals to 7 by 2 divided by 6 by 4. I hope you must be knowing this journal that this goes here and this goes here, which could be written as 7 by 2 multiply by 6 by 4. That gets inverse. I guess you have already learned this. So we get is 28 by 12, which is a rational number. But you need to think, division gives rational number or not? Or not? This is a question which needs to be answered. See, let us assume a equals to 5 and b equals to 0. 0 is a rational number, as 0 could be written as 0 by 1. It is a rational number. It is a rational number. Now tell me, what is a by b? It is equals to 5 by 0. Oh my God, a surprise. This is an irrational number. Now we get to the conclusion that if a and b are rational numbers, then addition, subtraction and multiplication gives us a rational number, but division need not to give us a rational number. I hope this concept is very much clear. Now I'll be moving to the additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. So let's discuss what is additive inverse. Additive inverse is a number which when added to a given number gives a 0. Like, see, we have a is equals to 5. Now just think what is to be added in a so that we get, like, see, let the variable be x. What is to be added in a such that we get 0? X is equals to negative of a is equals to negative of 5. So just a simple definition of additive inverse is what to add to get 0. To get 0. An additive inverse could be found for a natural number, for a whole number, for a rational number, or for an irrational number. We haven't talked about irrational, so we'll leave it for some time. Now let us think of one more example. Let b is equals to 7 by 9. What is the additive inverse? What is the additive inverse? It is simply negative of b is equals to negative of 7 by 9. Because when these two are added, what we get is 0 for their addition. I hope additive inverse is very much clear to you. We'll come to the multiplicative inverse now. Now, multiplicative inverse. A simple definition I will tell you. What to multiply to get 1. See, you just need to remember these two definitions and there is nothing tough to do. What to multiply to get 1. So let us take a is equals to 5 only. If a is equals to 5, what needs to be multiplied by a, let the variable be x, such that we get 1. So you can see here it is multiplying, here it will divide. X is equals to 1 by a is equals to 1 by 5. So the multiplicative inverse of a is equals to 5 is 1 by 5. Because when they both get multiplied, we get 1. I hope this is clear. I will be giving one more example. Now let us take a is equals to 7 by 8. The multiplicative inverse is the one which when multiplied give us 1. So see, 7 by 18 multiplied by 18 by 7. See, this term gets cancelled out and we get 1. So simply you need to understand that multiplicative inverse is the simple inverse of a, that is 18 by 7. Just interchanging numerator and denominator. Interchange numerator and denominator. I hope this is very much clear. Now, this was for the multiplicative.